Hey guys, happy Friday. Um, Hope you had a good day so far. It looks like it's going to be a great weekend, so everybody will be able to get outside and enjoy the sun this weekend. Um, we're just going to have a quick, easy lesson for today. All you're going to need is a piece of paper or a notebook and something to write with. So it's going to be pretty simple. We've been talking about our senses all week. So, on our piece of paper, we're going to, in the center at the top, write senses. Right in the middle and the top, nice and small, so we're not taking up the whole sheet. And then on the left side, we are going to write what we use there. So, in the center, you have senses. And on this side, you have what we use. All right. Then on the other side, we're going to write our example. So the top of your paper is going to be senses in the center. On the right, what we use for those senses. And then on the left, we're going to have an example of how we used our senses. Okay. So I'm going to use a different color for our senses. Now, you guys think right now we have five of them. Okay. What is one sense that we use? I will start with we see. Okay. We're going to write we see right under senses here. Okay. And underneath that, we hear. Like that. We see and we hear. Next one, we smell. I wrote that there. We taste. And who can guess what the last one is? If you guessed we feel, or our sense of touch, you were correct. So, this is what your paper should look like, right? Okay, we've got the three words at the top, the senses in the middle, an example over on the right, and on the left, what we use. So for what we use, what part of our body do we use to see? Right? What do we use for our sight? If you said eyes, you're correct. So you're going to write eyes next to see right here. Okay? And then for we hear with what? We use our, and if you said ears, you're correct. Put ears right here next to here. Okay? Then the next one, smell. What do we use to smell? We use our nose to smell. So write nose right there. That one, taste. What do we use to taste? If you said mouth, you're correct. So write mouth right here. And what do we use to feel? Now, we can use a lot of our body parts to feel. Like I can feel when I touch my face. Like if my cap of my marker touches my face, I can feel it. But what do we usually think of when we're feeling something? Right, our hands. So next to feel, we can put hands for that. We do use other body parts to feel stuff with, but we're going to focus on our hands. Okay? So I'll write those down real quick. Maybe I'll get another color. And I think this will be a little easier than the scavenger hunt we tried to do because you have something written down. Eyes. We hear with our ears. We smell with our nose. We taste with our mouth. And we feel, we're going to say, with our hands. Good. So your paper, when you are done for today, for right now anyways, should look like this. And if you want, you can pause the video right here so you can copy that down. Let's see, put it right there. Hit pause and copy that so it looks exactly the same. And you got a big open area over here for our examples, right? So this weekend, I just want you to write one example for each sense. So one example of how you used your eyes to see something. One example of how you used your ears to hear something. One example of how you used your nose to smell something. One example of how you used your mouth to taste something. And one example of how you used your hands to feel something. Okay? And that's all I want you to do this weekend. And then when we meet next week, we will discuss this stuff and see how we used our senses. All right, everybody have a great weekend. Make sure you're helping around the house, doing some dishes, vacuuming, maybe some laundry, cleaning up after yourself. All right, have a great weekend and see you next week.